What is a wedding garter? What is a garter toss? Do you have to have a wedding garter toss at your wedding? Today I'm going to be answering these questions. I even dressed a little bit lacy today to talk about garters. Yeah, let's get started. My name is Brittany from wayfaringweddings.com. Thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you are so inclined. It really helps us out. Can't continue to make these wedding videos without your help. Thank you very much, guys. So a wedding garter is a piece of wedding bridal lingerie that is worn on the leg. You can have two. A lot of brides choose to have two so that they can keep one and that the other one they can throw out into the crowd. Well, how it works is that during the reception of the wedding, the groom will go up under the bride's dress, retrieve the garter from her leg using either his hands or his teeth, depending on how he was raised. And then we'll take that wedding garter and toss it into a crowd of single men. Antiquated, perhaps. So that's what we'll get into today. If this sounds like something you don't want to do at your wedding and is frankly kind of embarrassing to you, you are not alone, and the answer is no, you don't have to do this. If you are more of a traditional couple, or not, you know, whatever, this just sounds kind of fun to you, sure, do it. Do whatever you want, okay? These days there really are no rules in terms of what you have to do at a wedding. So if you find this fun, go for it. If it disgusts you, don't do it. Leave it out. So usually the bride puts this piece of lingerie, this garter, on while she's getting ready. So while she's putting on her wedding dress, she'll put it up on her thigh. So if you are going to do this, make sure that you try it on before your wedding day, just to make sure it fits. There's this Eliza Schlesinger skit where she talks about how like garters are sucking the life out of your leg, and anyway, you don't want that. You want to make sure that your garter fits. So check that out before your wedding day. And also, if you're going to have a garter toss at your wedding, you'll pick out a song specific for that whole like ritual when the groom is getting it off your leg. And I mean, this is really common in North American weddings, and maybe in weddings around the world. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments if you guys do garter tosses or not. Okay, so when I was doing research for this video, I found a wedding website that said, quote, "The wedding garter is a key component of a bride's wedding day attire." No, it's not. The garter toss is an integral part of the wedding day. No, it's not. Do it if you want to, or don't do it. You could wear one and just choose not to have it removed. I mean, you know, the possibilities are endless and totally up to you. I want to encourage people to not feel like they have to do what they read on a wedding website. It's really like, take it or leave it, whatever you read, okay? So I also read that, okay, this is really interesting too. You may have started to pick up, based on what I'm saying, that I am not planning on doing a wedding garter toss. No, I mean no offense or judgment to people who do want to do this. If you want to do it, go for it. Here's a picture of one of my best friends, Sydney, and her husband Darren doing this at their wedding. You can see they're adorable, really cute. Tastefully done. Good job, guys. So if you want to do this, go for it. No judgment. But I'm going to read to you, or I'm just going to tell you the history of this, and you can decide if what you think about this. So on that same bridal website that is promoting doing the wedding garter toss, they say, hundreds of years ago, there were many superstitions and beliefs surrounding the wedding day. One superstition was owning a piece of the wedding dress would bring good luck. Okay, cool. Leading to wedding guests essentially attacking the bride to rip off a piece of her gown. What? This led to brides wearing a specific article of clothing to be giving out as the lucky piece, the garter. And another belief was that the garter was a symbol of the newlyweds consummating their marriage. So family and friends would take the garter as proof of consummation. Both of these ancient beliefs result in the garter being removed from the bride and given to someone who attended the wedding. I just feel like if that's where this tradition is coming from, that's, I don't know. I don't know if I want to perpetuate that. I know that's not what it means for many people anymore. They don't even know this story. But kind of a creepy origin story, right? Okay, so there are alternatives if you still want to toss something into your crowd, but you don't want it to be a garter. So you could throw something else. You can throw something like a hat. A lot of brides are wearing bridal hats these days, or flower crowns. You could throw your flower crown into the crowd if you don't want to do the traditional bouquet toss, or I know like usually the bride throws the bouquet and the groom throws the garter toss if we're like assigning genders to these things. But you could throw anything, right? You could have your groom throw your flower crown, whatever, why not? So other recommendations I saw online were a cool rolled up old map if you're an adventuring couple, a bag of coffee or tea. How useful, how useful. A small paperback book of love poems, or your favorite book. What a beautiful alternative to throwing a piece of lingerie. And other things I saw were like the ring pillow, throwing the ring pillow into the crowd, throwing some kind of pillow with your faces on it or with a lovey-dovey message. I don't know. These are things people have done. So anything that's not too heavy or breakable that people can catch and still have that experience of like gathering in a crowd and catching something, but not having that same attachment or connotation to like something creepy from history. So if any of those sound good, go for it. If you want to do activities with your guests that have nothing to do with gathering in a crowd and catching something, there are so many other activities you could incorporate into your wedding reception. Like one thing that I did at a friend's wedding was sort of like a hot potato kind of thing where we passed around favors, like the DJ played music and a favor was passed around, and then the person left holding the favor won the centerpiece or something like that. So there's all kinds of like little fun games you could incorporate into your reception that aren't the traditional games/activities. Or you could play a game at your wedding where you gather up all of your friends and you all like this video and subscribe to my channel together. What do you think?